You being nosy about? We are live and in color, my dear. Yes. I mean, you just sounded us so comfortable, like, you know. I know.
What happened?
She talking.
Oh. She's snoring.
Is that what it
She's a
is?
snoring ass fool.
Is that what that is?
Most of the time, yeah. Or sometimes it's like scary snoring. It's like, are you breathing okay?
Yeah.
But it seems to be alright. See?
Are you alright, sis?
Well, did you look up what I told you to look up? Genetically modified bully whippets is what they're called.
Oh, that. I was sure about to be like, I done completely forgot.
Bully whippet.
Let's do it on the computer since I already got it pulled up.
That's what I'm saying. You got the computer out.
Well, you know, I mean, come on now. I'm new to this. You know, I'm usually just sitting over here providing good looks and talk. Fox, you ain't got Wi-Fi, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I need that. You don't even know the password, do you?
Yeah.
Hurtful.
Why wouldn't I know the password?
I don't know. I just imagined that you wouldn't have remembered it. But get me together, though.
Well, I don't. Hold on.
On a journey.
I'm unmuted now.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they wonder, like, girl, what secret codes is they passing for?
Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me write out. My lady joint. Dude, you're doing shit so much faster on yours than mine. Does it move like the iPhones fast?
Yep. Oh my God, Fox, this is a monstrosity.
Isn't it crazy?
Why would they do this?
They genetically did it in fucking Japan. They already run 35 miles an hour.
Now they probably...
Yeah, they probably at least 40.
Right. Probably fast as horses. Jesus Christ. But they look so...
Weird.
Yes, very weird.
It's all fucking muscle.
On top of muscle. And then
It's
like...
just a bully.
Ooh. My Lord. Fox, that's a mess.
Yes.
That is a hot mess. That dog look like he'll crush your fucking skull. Without question. Well. That's hurtful.
Well, this fucking shit needs to hurry up.
Oh, she said, girl, that ain't right.
So what'd you think of the draft?
Trash.
Your Saints do alright?
Trash.
Your Saints didn't do alright?
I mean, we need a quarterback, and I don't know where we're going to get one from. So, you know, I'm just kind of on the wing and a prayer at this point.
Don't they have that Hill dude?
He was less than impressive to me. Maybe
Oh, really?
it was just me, but he was less than impressive. Have I really forgotten my password? I change this bitch like every other fucking week, so it's very much so possible.
Teddy Bridgewater? You
He's in fucking
Denver.
Yeah, he hasn't been left.
Oh, so all you got is Hill?
Yep. Oh no, we got Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah.
And he supposedly has had eye surgery, so I guess, he's gonna be better.
I mean, he was decent for a minute.
Sir.
Wasn't he?
I don't want to hear it.
For like the first year?
I don't want to hear it.
What the fuck, dude?
What?
I still haven't been able to open up my Google Chrome yet, and you've literally done everything.
That's hurtful, Fox. That is hurtful.
It's so fucking frustrating. It's not even funny.
I mean,
I get it. It's a $200 computer, but still.
Yeah.
It should be able to open fucking Chrome without fucking freezing the fuck up.
My lap.
Who the fuck is the dude with the yellow shirt on?
I don't know where.
Next to the Hulk, in between Doctor Strange.
Oh, because I wasn't putting in the whole thing. I'm with you. Which dude? Him?
No, I know who that is.
Who?
The bottom.
Him?
Yeah.
Luke Cage, I think. Is it Luke Cage? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's Power Man. Power Man.
The other dude's the crappy dude that was in that stupid show.
Iron Fist.
Yeah.
You didn't like Iron Fist?
No, it was a boring ass show.
Supposedly it was one of the good ones, they said.
Who did?
People?
All the other ones were good. Well, I didn't see Jones.
I like Jessica Jones.
Yeah, according to...
I did like that.
So did, Lou. Oh, I got some bad news.
I didn't like the Defenders. Oh, I saw them. Oh, fucking night.
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
that was so hurtful.
That sucks.
It was so hurtful. There was... I saw, Jen posted about it on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh shit, dude! I ain't even watching nothing. The NBA draft or the NFL draft was on. The Lions did okay. It feels like, but that doesn't mean shit.
What's his face was very happy. He was watching it when I left.
Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it looked like they were doing all defense.
Which is definitely something they need, but they also need to find a quarterback from somewhere.
Well, I think they're gonna ride Goff for the year with an intention of not fucking doing anything and
Not re-signing him.
Well, he's 2 years. He's got a 2-year contract that they have to deal with. And they restructured it. They restructured his deal so that it would have to, like, oh, really?
She said, I'm up now. Wait, little Missy, wait 1 minute. Okay, so now I need to go to Facebook. I'm never gonna be able to log in on this bitch. I don't remember my Facebook. Cause I'm trying to pull it up on here. You gonna jump again? Your daddy said you couldn't make it jump. He said you couldn't do it, girl.
I don't want her to. Then she'll learn how to jump off the bed.
Oh.
And she might go shit in the night. And right now she can't get off the bed.
So she needs you.
Yeah.
What, Fox? I mean, I didn't teach her how to jump on my lap.
I know. It's just natural she's going to do it sometimes. So they took a defensive tackle and then another defensive tackle in the second round. I think the third round. They took a defensive tackle in the second round and the third round. And then in the fourth round they traded up and took a linebacker after they took a receiver.
Well, they definitely making defense the mindset. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they took St. Brown.
Who? I don't know.
Amon-Ra St. Brown is his name. Wide receiver from USC.
I don't know nothing about him.
I don't either. Obviously, he's a fucking 4th round pick. Does anybody ever know about any 4th round picks?
This is true. This is very true.
They're not known until they've done something, and then everyone knows them. I remember that guy.
Oh, of course.
No. Stop trying to send me shit, dude.
Here we are. Boop, boop. Boop, 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 doop. Oh, wait.
Sewell. Oh, hey, Braden, you can come by and get that if you want. I mean, Sewell was it was a no-brainer. If Sewell was there, they had to take him. If he wasn't there, they don't take him.
Okay. All right, now, Fox. Now I'm plugged in. I can keep up with the fucking chat.
Gotcha.
Much better now.
Can you go out there?
All right. I'm mad they
grade 6.21.
I'm mad they put that motherfucking
He's only 5'11".
I'm mad they put that lag on our shit.
Isn't that nice?
Mm-hmm. They said you always don't like to play by the rules.
He might be too slow for the outside.
Come on, Equanimous.
With the 112th selection in the 2021 NFL Draft, select Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, USC. One pride, baby! Yeah!
Shut the fuck up!
You stupid!
One need to me was finding a wide
Oh, he's a
receiver.
prototype slot receiver.
And there they decided to go up front and get physical on the offense and defensive lines.
Okay.
But not a surprise to see them get to Amon-Ra St. Brown. It was absolutely a perfect slot. Very physical, very tough. He does a lot of dirty work there for the Trojans. And I would also say, keeping that theme alive, that's their 3rd Pac-12 player. Brad Holmes, their general manager, has been obviously coming from the Rams, knows those players very well.
Hey.
Aye. 178 passes. That's not bad.
You see that catch?
Yeah.
If you're gonna be doing that, Detroit is definitely not gonna have an issue with that.
No.
I mean, and shit. Honestly, Jared Goff has experience.
I know.
I mean, he threw the fucking Robert Woods, Cooper Kupp, what's his name? Brandon Cooks. Wasn't he in with the Rams for a minute?
I don't know. And then they traded up to get Derek Barnes. Alright. Let's see what they say about him.
Oh, he's a linebacker. You probably said that already. I forgot.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
Yes, Cooks was a Ram.
I thought
No
so.
shit.
I thought so. You said no shit.
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, I knew you did. I wasn't disagreeing with you. I knew he was a Ram.
You didn't have to say no shit though. You raggedy bitch.
Not to you. I was saying it to Braden.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I love you again. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
No thanks.
5.82 is what they gave him.
He had 209 tackles though, 24 of them for loss.
For what? Oh, Purdue.
Yeah, and 10 sacks over the last 3 seasons. The
sure.
sack number I would like to be higher,
With
but
the 113th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, The Detroit Lions select Derek Barnes, linebacker from Purdue. Go Lions.
That's an intriguing player who made the switch from outside to playing off the ball as an inside linebacker. And somebody has really long arms, and he uses them to really stack blocks, meaning he shoots his hands and keeps opponents off of his chest so he can get downhill and make tackles. I'd be curious to see if they are going to stack him as you see right here.
He had a pretty good season in 2019.
Rush the quarterback off the edge. You see the range and the speed. It's legit.
Oh, he didn't play this year, did he?
No, he had 11 tackles for loss
this year or last year?
2019.
So that's why he probably is. So he could be one. I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are.
Yeah, 7.5 sacks. Oh, he did play in 2020.
Oh, he did?
I didn't get to that part of the article. It said he had 54 tackles in 2020 with 5.5 for loss. He didn't have any sacks though, but they only played 6 games in 2020.
Oh, okay. So
his season
really
was
his season.
Yeah, his season was 2019. Which that is the season that they will be praying that he has, or the type of season. Because that 7.5 sacks looks nice.
I think there's going to be a lot of guys that are going to be fucking in the lower rounds that are going to be big out.
Oh, y'all got a guy from us. Or the Lions got a guy from us. Alex Anzalone.
Fuck is that?
He's an alright linebacker. But the fact that the Saints letting him go when they need to shore up their defense should let you know what he about.
He ain't good.
Nope. But for Detroit, he could probably be a serviceable backup.
Yeah. And they're trying to build the depth to lose so they can get a top pick.
Yep. I think, I don't know. I didn't really too much pay the attention to what the Saints drafted, to be honest. I mean, they just needed to get their fucking defense together, but they also needed a quarterback. Oh, they took Notre Dame's quarterback. That's promising. I guess I should have paid attention to who they fucking drafted, but I didn't care to look because football has been so unkind to me as of lately.
300. They got some fucking fat asses in the fucking lineup. Oh, they got a quarterback too.
The Saints?
No, the Lions. They took a quarterback in the.
Oh yeah, because they lost what's his face.
They took the dude that you can't say his name.
Yeah, they had to replace him.
They were talking about it in Infitu Melifonwu.
I'm not saying you did bad. I was laughing at that attempt. That was pretty close. I don't know how to say it, but I've heard it said before, and that was pretty close.
I want to hear what they say about this guy. $101 pick, dude. That would be epic to be in the top 150 picks of the NFL draft. Amon-Ra is named after 2 gods. His bro Equanimous was sweet.
Yep.
Who?
Yeah. Outkast did an album.
Oh, so it's actually supposed to be spelled like that.
With the 101st pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select defensive back.
Okay. They let it go shit on
With
it.
the 101st pick in the
Come on.
the Detroit Lions select Ifatu Melifonwu, defensive back, Syracuse.
And this is, again, we're seeing this big corner trend. We saw it a little bit earlier with Deshaun Wright going to the Dallas Cowboys. I thought Melifonwu might be gone by now. Just a very smooth mover. Again, a press corner. Somebody can get to you nose to nose. He can really run. He ended up running in the high 4.
It's literally a 2-minute video. And my shit can't handle it.
Well, fine.
All those rookies waiting for that call tonight.
That's why, because there was supposed to be an ad and it didn't play the ad. The ad just caught up.
With the 101st pick in the
Dude, make up your mind.
With the 101st pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions, Ifeatu Melifonwu, defensive
She
back,
did well.
Yeah.
Syracuse.
Imagine how many times she had to sit. She definitely sat in the goddamn fucking.
Yeah.
We saw it a little bit earlier with Deshaun Wright going to the Dallas Cowboys. I thought Melifonwu might be gone by now. Just a very smooth mover. Again, a press corner. Somebody can get to you nose to nose. He can really run. He ended up running in the high 4.4s. He vertical 41.5 inches. He flashes some toughness. You'll see some
athleticism 99.
in the backfield. But there were times where there were some missed tackles from off, where he closes, had some missed tackles in space, had 10 of those last year. So improve the tackling, but you've got the size, the fluidity, and the athleticism to really develop a player here.
Can't coach 6'2", 205.
Nope.
Right? Yeah, I mean, that just doesn't come along well. I think he fits really well in kind of a middle close system, single high safety. He can be out there and be a rangy player.
Alright.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Well,
Good for that. Let's hope he's. I mean, he's the 101st
With the
pick.
101st
Come on, man.
pick
I said
in
back.
the 2020, the Detroit.
I mean,
Okay, then a receiver, then a linebacker, and they have a 7th round pick, which no one gives a shit about. 30th pick in the 7th round, so it is almost. Well, there's 8 rounds.
I think they added an extra round for this year, or something like that.
Well, it's gonna take more than one season.
No, it's just 7 rounds. It's just 7.
Oh, so they got the second to last of the picks, general. That's cool.
Yeah, the Saints pick at 28 and the Lions pick at 30. So where are they at? They are at pick 11.
You think Rodgers gonna play for? Have you even heard anything about that shit?
He told them motherfuckers to give me a receiver. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
He's already better than Akuda. No, he ain't.
He said,
Come on, Brayden.
He had 11 tackles for loss.
I mean, Okuda's just young. He young as fuck. He got a little growing up to do.
Well, I mean, he also might have been in a shit situation.
True. And then,
To be honest with you, I don't think they had any idea how to use any of them.
not having Darius Slay definitely hurt
Yeah.
because you need a veteran corner that would have settled Okuda down. Because I felt like he could have been a good. He showed flashes of being a decent DB, but he also showed some of those dumbass rookie mistakes like biting on double moves and shit.
He wasn't playing the main guy. Was he always on a? Like, they didn't put him on the lead guy.
No, he was on the opposite side.
Okay. Still maybe.
And then, but the guy they had as the main guy wasn't shit either. I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't worth a shit.
Yeah, they corners were horrible. To be honest, the whole secondary was trash.
Really?
I mean, most teams were able to throw against them
Well, yeah, their whole team was trash.
pretty efficiently, I would say. I mean, the run defense was probably the best thing about the team. They were pretty decent against most rushing attacks. I will say that. But you can only do so much when your secondary is giving up 30-yard passes and things of that nature.
Let's go say hi to Mama.
I mean, that's just my take on it. But I can't wait for people to find out that Matthew Stafford wasn't the problem.
Oh, Matthew Stafford never was the problem.
That's what I can't wait. So many people are blaming him, and they're like, "Oh my God, I'm so glad they got rid of him. I'm so glad." I can't wait for them to find out.
That made it so it was useful.
I can't wait till they find out that he was the only thing keeping the team fucking going.
Not even going. It was the only thing keeping it. So you want every year there was hope because until last. And, to be honest with you, I felt like. I think a lot of people there's a sour taste because I really think he gave the fuck up. I think after...
Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Like, give me some fucking receivers, bro. Who the fuck am I supposed to go to?
It's not even about receivers.
Yes, the fuck it is.
It's about the coaching.
It's still... But, I mean, that's at the very base of it. Even if you give me some decent receivers, we might be able to make this half-ass bullshit work to some degree. But, bitch, you feeling... I got nothing but rookies around me, and then 2 competent receivers, and the 2 competent receivers I got... They block and they double covering them every fucking game. So what the fuck am I doing? Because outside of Galladay and Marvin, what's his name, Jones? Who the fuck else was catching shit for them? I mean, now Hawkinson I think Hawkinson is going to be a formidable little tight end.
Nice.
Yeah, he's going to be a nice little tight end. He's definitely been kind of coming into his own.
Yeah,
I will say that.
I think he's going to be nice, but it's more of a okay. I get what you're saying. But I think it's more of the mindset of this dude's in his final years. They changed coaches after we just started. Caldwell was just, and again, I wasn't the first person to say. I was one of the people that was saying I don't know if Caldwell could do it because I don't believe Caldwell was the reason they won the championship.
Should have the past 3 coaches they done had, he was the best.
He was. Don't get me wrong.
They fired him after a 9-7 season.
I know, and I think that's what made Stafford go. And then you add in the fact that you're trying to bring the fucking New England way here, which is I equate it to when I'm a child. My mom is the type of person who cleans everything up.
Right.
She cooks every night. She cleans up. All I have to do is make sure my bedroom is clean, right? Make my bed, and she does everything else.
Mm-hmm.
She leaves the situation. Stepmom comes in, and it's the exact opposite. Now I have to clean every fucking... I have to clean their shit. I have to help fold their clothes. I have to do things that I've never even thought about doing before. Again, that happened to Stafford. Stafford was living a good life. He had this coach who really liked him. He's playing well. He's doing well. For one, he has the receivers he likes. And then all of a sudden you get this new coach who's like, no, you got to be here at 7 in the morning. Or 5 in the morning every fucking morning.
And that's one of the things where I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah,
fuck you.
I don't blame him. Because he traded, he just played, but he played horrible. Granted, he broke his fucking back. Well, not played horrible.
All the while playing while his wife was going through fucking brain cancer.
And hating the coach.
Like, let's be perfectly honest.
That's pretty intense.
And it's because what motherfuckers fail to realize, when you look at quarterback stats, not team stats, quarterback stats alone, when you look at that shit,
Stafford's up there.
Stafford is fucking up there.
Oh, I know.
Like, he is.
Oh, I know.
He is one of the. Let me look up how many, because
he had like 3 5,000-yard seasons.
I don't think he got 3, because Drew Brees got the most, and I think Drew Brees has 2.
Okay.
But you are correct in saying that. I think he is number 2 behind Drew Brees as far as 5,000-yard passing seasons.
But he was like, when him and Calvin Johnson were together, and then, I mean, Calvin left before. I think Calvin honestly just didn't want to play.
Okay, so the all-time max is Peyton Manning. He threw by 1 yard. He threw for 5,477 in 2013. In 2011, Drew Brees threw for 5,476. Tom Brady is number 3 with 5,235. But then 4, 5, and 6 are Drew Brees again.
Yeah.
So Drew Brees has 4 of the top 6 5,000-yard seasons, and he's the only one to have multiple. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, and everybody else just has 1. No, he has 1, 2, 3, 4.
Stafford
5. He has 5. Stafford has 1. He has 5. Dan Marino, Patrick Mahomes, Jameis Winston, Ben Roethlisberger, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning. They're the other people that have 5,000, but none of them have more than one. And Drew Brees has 6. Tell me again, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play football. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here. Single stats alone, just as a QB, there's the proof right there. 5,000 yard seasons. Come on, bro. He has fucking 6. Nobody else even has 2.
Do you think Stafford's top 10
Yes.
right now in the league?
Yes. Yes.
I don't think
He wouldn't be top 5,
I don't think he can take him to the promised land.
but he would be my top 10.
I
If
don't-
you put the right people around him, I absolutely think he can. Because what you're failing to realize is he is still accurate, and he absolutely still has a huge arm. He can still throw deep. He's still accurate. He also has the fucking sidearm, which people say what they want about that bitch. He accurate as fuck with that sidearm.
I know.
I don't give a fuck. If a defender is coming at you like this, and you got a quarterback that can whip that bitch sidearm around the defender and still throw it
I know.
and complete it,
I've seen it.
like, let's be perfectly honest now.
I've seen it.
Okay, so like I definitely think if you put the right people around him, he can absolutely still take him the distance. His
I didn't
problem-
say he couldn't. I just don't think he's going to.
Well, for one,
I think the Rams gave up too much.
I don't think that's a this year play anyway. I think this is a gelling year, figuring shit out, getting shit together. Next year is the year that they try to make a run at it
Right.
and try to be something because
And
he's still pretty decent aged.
No, I'm not.
I think he can still play a few more years.
But I just think there's too much other, like, you have, okay, if you put the Rams against an unhurt Kansas City team, a fully vested Kansas City team, do you think there's any chance they beat them?
Hell yeah. They get them bitches problems every time they play.
Yeah.
Which it doesn't make sense. But they do. It's just, I think it's just one of them rivalry things. Like, and granted, they do probably lose most of the games, but they give them a fucking run every time they play them. And same thing with Denver. They give Denver a fucking run every time they play them, even though Denver has historically had better teams.
And Denver's another team that they get a quarterback somehow.
I don't know what the fuck Drew Lock gonna do.
No, I think they still have to trade for something. They got to figure something out. I think Favre's going to leave. Not Favre. I don't think
motherfucker
shithead's playing for fucking.
He's
Favre.
my age.
Who?
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I know.
He just turned 34. So he could play till 40. He could play another 6 years.
Right, I know, but
He could stay with the Rams, and in a year or two, they give him the right matchup, the right team, the right people. He could absolutely do
definitely
something.
he could win. I think
And then he's in a
doubt
conference. He's in a conference that he should be able to win.
Did you see what they
Especially
gave?
if Seattle end up.
Gave what's his name?
Did you think they wouldn't
What?
give him what he wanted?
I know, but did you see the receiver they got? They got some receiver that, like, I think it's a receiver.
You let me tell you, if you think that Seattle was going to let Russell Wilson get away, you have lost your mind.
I know. There's a reason that they even compete. It's him.
Yes.
I know.
That man is, what he does in the fourth quarter, his numbers in the fourth quarter are absolutely fucking ridiculous. Ridiculous. Not just an entire game. Because 9 times out of 10, them hoes is playing from behind most of the time anyway. The fourth quarter alone, his numbers in the fourth quarter are fucking staggering. Like he turns into a whole nother beast in the fourth quarter. It's ridiculous. They be absolutely no. I don't agree, Brayden, because you need more than a top 10 arm. Because Drew Brees is a top 10 arm, and he ain't been able to get the Saints there.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of
You
luck
need more than
involved.
it's luck too, but you also need a damn good fucking defense. Because at the end of the day, the saying "defense wins championships." It's a saying for a reason. If you can't stop the other team from scoring, especially when it comes down to playoff time, you're just not gonna win.
You can try to outshoot them, but
9 times out of 10, right? And who wants to play in a fucking shootout anyway? Because you run a fucking shootout, you end up having to expose your whole entire playbook. You have to go deep in your shit because every time you get the ball, you fucking scoring. So you done ran deep into your play. You have no mystery, no intrigue for the next week. The team got a whole fucking year's worth of film off of your ass because you had to unload the fucking clip last week because y'all needed to score 50 points in order to win.
Oh, that's who it was. They took some kid from Dwayne Eskridge from Western Michigan.
I give you another example, Brayden. Fucking why am I blanking right now? Shit. What the fuck is his name? Keep talking. It'll come to me.
I don't know. They just got a kid. That's who it was. It was some kid from fucking Western Michigan.
Receiver, was he like a top 10 receiver or something?
I don't know if he's top 10, but he's definitely like super fast. I guess he's one of those real quick.
Of course they was gonna do something, Fox. Now there's no way. Seattle has been Russell Wilson literally since he got there.
I know, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, they only have a couple picks, but so that to me, my point is that as much as he wants, like, going to LA definitely increases. Like in Detroit, his chances were negative 15%. But going to LA, it takes his chances up a lot.
Yes, because he has a capable defense for one. Right. Now, granted, they stumbled a little bit last year, but it was basically the same people as the year before. So I don't know what the fuck that was about. But then again, the same thing happened with Jacksonville. Jacksonville had the exact same people, and they literally have declined every year.
Speaking of small package, but boy, you want to talk about explosive out of Purdue, and he's going to be going to play.
Okay, Fox.
Yeah, explosive.
You hear small package, and I was confused.
What?
I thought that was an ad on your computer for like penis enlargement or something. He said small package.
Shut the fuck up.
I was like, who? Say what? Come again?
Alright. But he's a Western Michigan guy, which is cool.
2021 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Dwayne Eskridge, wide receiver, Western Michigan.
In the second round, man, that's tough to be Western Michigan guys.
Second day getting started. This guy is a speedster. He won the 100 and 200 meter.
We were sitting there talking about Russell Wilson. He's another example of top 10 arm.
Yeah, to me, he's top 5 right now in the league. No, throwers in the league right now. If you give me quarterbacks who I want, Russell Wilson's my top. Who's playing right now? Not people who played before. But
well, that's the question. I guess Tom Brady is coming back again, so I guess we have to count him as still playing.
I don't count. Yes, he is, but I'm not taking Tom Brady. I don't think.
But I'm just saying, like,
it's going to end at some point.
But just saying, hypothetically speaking, if you're gonna list your top quarterbacks, obviously you're gonna want to list the quarterback who's won fucking 7 championships. I mean, he literally has more championships than...
He's 44 years old. At some point, the luck runs out.
It doesn't matter. I'm and as much as I hate Tom Brady, like, you should fucking know.
But I'm not taking Tom Brady. I don't think...
Legit speaking, if you're going to talk about...
And it's blasphemy. People are going to be mad as fuck at me about it.
He's not number 1.
No.
But in my book, he would absolutely be my number 2. Because I'm of the old school where championships matter, and at the end of the day, if you want to talk about individual play, that's a different story.
No, I mean,
but if we're just talking about his career, who he is, he has 7 fucking rings.
No, I'm talking about what I mean is if I was to count my top 10 quarterbacks
by skill,
that would pick at this moment that can win a championship.
Well, he just won one in 2020.
I get that.
Like, let's be perfectly honest. And he won it at the age he is at.
But do you think he wins it if he's playing...
It doesn't matter.
Teams?
He was on the team.
I know.
He did enough to win it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Give him his props.
I'm not saying... But I'm saying... My point is I'm...
And he did it against a very formidable team. Kansas City ain't no fucking hoes.
Yeah, but that defense is what won that game.
Well, true, but still, Kansas City ain't no hoes for that defense to shut that offense down like that.
But Kansas City was missing both their fucking starting tackles.
Okay, that's fine. But
that's
still,
huge, man.
That's a huge offense still.
It is a huge offense.
For them to shut that offense down.
I was super surprised that it didn't get off, even with those 2 guys missing, I'm surprised it didn't get off the field the way it did.
Okay, well,
but
I mean, at the end of the day,
I should have bet against it, knowing that you're missing your top 2 tackles and your third tackle. I think they were down to they had to sign dudes to play, and when you're at that point, you're going against the top
ends in the league at that point. That defense was ridiculous.
Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, Fox, at the end of the day, you have to give a man his credit.
I didn't say he doesn't deserve credit. I'm saying if you ask me, he's number 3. I'm taking Mahomes first, obviously. Then
What makes you take Mahomes first?
To be honest with you, he's the best athlete there is. And if it wasn't for that situation, I think if he gets a little more protection, he's not running his fucking ass off like a chicken. He beats the shit out of that team.
That's supposed to be his whole thing, though. Nah,
I know.
Great on the run.
And his
under
people
pressure.
missed 3 fucking passes where he made unfucking believable throws where the world would have went, what the fuck was that? If the dude had just held it. And it went right through his hands.
That's fine.
So again,
but he's not no
at
top
critical
3.
point.
Well, I guess he can be your top 3. That's your opinion.
Playing right now.
I'm not top 3. No.
Who's your top 3?
Probably Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, and maybe I want to say Deshaun Jackson.
See, I
mean Watson, but Deshaun Watson has been in a shitty situation, even though he's a superb quarterback, and the way he has improved his passing. Russ, Brady, Mahomes.
Brady, Mahomes. See, I go in my mind. It's Mahomes, Russ, and then Brady. But I think Brady's honestly going to fall off this year. I think he can't keep it up forever. There's really at some point, you already saw it at the end of the half, like the end of that second in the championship game. He really played like dog shit, and it was whatever.
I'm like, I know damn well I put that shit in Rudy's name.
Braden said I'd buy Russ, Brady, Mahomes. He's more of your.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't disagree that Mahomes is a great quarterback, but he's still rough around the edges. Granted, athletically he is great, but
he is.
It's a couple of other things that he got to get before he becomes top tier to me. Like, honestly, he won that Super Bowl because, like, at the time, it was like he was an anomaly. Like, everybody's looking like, bitch, Russell Wilson, yes, he can extend plays and run and still make throws, but this man can extend plays, run down the field for 40 yards. You know, he was like the next evolution of Russell Wilson.
To be honest with you, it's going to be a couple of years before we see anything. I'm just saying, talent-wise, in my mind, what I've seen, just because Russell's younger or older than Mahomes.
First.
To be honest with you, that's the difference. And I believe age comes into it because I think, like, the prime happens, but at the same time, Peyton Manning, when he was younger, was fucking 100 times better than when he was older. You know, he just got better teams to win.
I mean, fair point. Fair point.
So it's just, and I think Russ is, dude. That dude is unbelievable. He's on the same level. He's like fucking Drew Brees. He's one of those dudes that
I wanted him.
When I saw him on the draft day, I'm like, they should have Lions should have took that fucking guy.
I wanted him to leave Seattle, and I wanted the Saints to sign him.
Dude, the fact I watched him, Drew Brees, drop to the second round, get taken by the Chargers. And it blew my week back because I'm like, you could have had Drew Brees.
He was
like,
a beast.
I know,
but it was because he was short.
Yeah,
it was like, bitch, he too little, and it kind of made me feel away because for him, now that I feel for him because he's been my quarterback for so long, it would have been so different for him. Like if he'd have got drafted by, like just imagine if he'd have got drafted by a different team than the Saints, like say than the Chargers. Say if he had got drafted by New England or some other Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Like his career could have went so differently. It could be him that has the multiple rings as opposed to only having the one. But it's just all about, you said luck has a lot to do with it.
A lot of it to do
because, you know, where you get drafted plays a big part too. Mm-hmm. To be honest, he might have even gotten the rings if he'd have stayed with the Chargers. Like if the Chargers had faith in him. And
nah, they're not a good organization.
I mean, they're not, but they Well, I guess they wouldn't by the fact that they let him go. I was about to say
they're
if
not
they
a
put
good
good people
organization.
around him.
Yeah, they're just
But I mean-
not good at making choices like the Lions.
I mean, but he's a quarterback and he injured his right shoulder. It's understandable to think that he might not come back from
And
that.
you had an opportunity to take who they took.
Like, he injured his throwing
Because
shoulder.
it was their, because they were also, like, their pick gave them the opportunity to take, what the fuck was his name?
They got Phillip Rivers.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers. Which
And
was their
Phillip
next
Rivers
greatest friend.
looked on the outside.
And he threw the shit out of the ball.
Yes, but he throws fucking picks late games. Like, that's always been a characteristic of him in high pressure late game situations. He loves to throw the ball away.
Really?
Yes.
Well, he had shitty teams.
That's become known about him throughout his career. They're like, girl, if the Chargers are up anything less than 7 points, you can hang it up. Because 9 times out of 10, he going to throw a pick. They going to get a touchdown and take the lead, and the Chargers going to lose.
All right, so they drafted Eli, but he refused to be a Charger.
Well, I can see why
that
he
was
was
already.
wanting.
It was the trade was already made. Yeah, because they had the first pick.
And let's be honest, he didn't make a much better decision by going to
He
New
won
York, but he ended up getting 2 out of it. So I guess it worked out. I mean, and to be honest, to this day, he's still the only person to beat fucking Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. I mean, well, Patrick Mahomes just did it last year. I take that back.
No.
No,
he didn't. Because Brady was with New England. He beat him in the championship.
I'm thinking about Bing, 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 bing. Who fucking beat their ass with Philly?
Oh, it was that one dude he sucks now. Or he's been passed around a bunch.
I think that is his damn name.
I can't either. Either way.
Shit, Nick Foles.
Foles.
And he was stellar in that game. And they end up, that was 2019, 2018.
Yeah.
So there's only been 2 quarterbacks that have ever beaten Tom Brady in a Super Bowl. That's pretty impressive, I guess you could say. And Eli Manning is like, girl, I did it twice.
Yeah. My brother was trying, and that's when he was fighting all the time with his brother.
Yes, and his brother's like, girl, I just have to face him in the AFC game, but he couldn't get past him in that because they beat Denver so many times in the fucking AFC
Not
championship.
Denver, Indy.
Well, shit, that's double on double because they beat Denver too 2 years in a well, no, because he won 1 year, so it was 1-1, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that was like old man cripple.
True. That was Peyton at the end.
That was definitely one of the
his shit.
defenses that was like magical.
I mean, he's still widely regarded as many people as the greatest quarterback to ever play.
I don't disagree with that.
you
could argue it very, very easily.
Even though he only has
2 rings.
2 rings.
I mean, winning a Super Bowl is more about luck than it is skill.
It doesn't matter, Fox. You can say whatever you want. In every sport, people are always going to use that as a litmus test. That is why Michael Jordan will always be over LeBron James.
Until LeBron gets 3 more championships.
And he will not.
I know he won't. But
I mean, let's be
what if he
perfectly
does?
honest. He's not going to.
Why is the argument about LeBron being better? They're different players.
It doesn't matter. There's always got to be somebody that's got to be the GOAT. That's got to be the greatest of all time. People do that in every sport.
I know, but
I mean,
why
baseball.
would you consider
Nobody
LeBron, who's done amazing things, but basically
because his fan base wants him to be the greatest ever, so they push for the idea of him being the greatest ever.
Since he was fucking drafted. That's
Okay,
what's so annoying about it.
Well, at the end of the day, let's be perfectly honest. Michael Jordan never had to create a super team. He never had to leave the team he was on to get a ring. And he won 6 in a fucking row. Granted, he took 2 years off, but for him, he took 2 years off of basketball. So it was 6 in a fucking row. That man put on his cape, won 3 rings, put his cape down, came back and picked that bitch back up, and won 3 more. Like, let's be perfectly honest. LeBron James will never be on that.
What would happen? Okay, so we just saw that bully, right?
Yeah.
And if you didn't hear about this, look it up sometime. Look up Whip It Bully. Bully Whip It or whatever it is. It is... What the fuck? Anyways, what happens when we, in the next 5 years? Because Michael Jordan has more money than God, right? He's one of those dudes that's on that level where he can just spend without thought, right? What if in 5 years, and I believe he's of that still mindset that he still has that drive to where if they came at him and said, "Here, we've got this shit. It's like this thing that helps de-age you, and it takes you back to your peak at 28." Right? And he takes it, and it works flawlessly. Okay, you gotta don't fuck the hypotheticals. Oh, it didn't work. It works flawlessly. He's now 28 years old in age. Now LeBron can do the same thing. Pretty much every fucking basketball star can do the same thing.
I would take a 20-year-old Michael over a 28-year-old LeBron.
That's not what I'm talking about. What would he do to today's NBA?
He would destroy. Because for one, think about what he had to play through in the fucking 80s and the 90s compared to how they play today. The league is so fucking soft today.
I thought about this. Hold on.
It is so soft.
Let me bring this point up real
quick.
He
has free reign to basically do all of his moves because you can't get in his shit and hand check it.
And you can thank the Pistons for being so good at defense that they had to change the game.
He credited them. He gave them the credit. He said the Pistons were the team that made him Michael Jordan because they basically
made him
beat him the fuck up, and he got tired of that shit, and he nutted up
30 pounds,
and then he wore their ass out.
Do you know how hard it is to put on 30 pounds?
He did it
in muscle, not fat. It's easy to put it on fat.
When you got motivation,
I'll put on 30 pounds quick.
When you got motivation, you do strange things because. Boy, get the fuck out of here!
I'm John.
Get the fuck out of here!
Who's John?
John Morant. Get the fuck out of here.
Who's John Morant?
Only thing you can say is he may be more athletic than him. That's the only thing you can say. Until John Morant leads a team to a championship, he's not even in the discussion.
Who is John Morant?
He's like the newest little hot sensation in the league. He plays for Memphis. He got drafted a couple years ago. I mean, he is nice. Don't get me wrong. He has a nice game. He athletic as fuck. He can dunk. He nice.
Hold on.
But
you watch this shit.
He's playing with Memphis.
But you watched that shit, and he was playing with the fucking worst team in the league, and he bit one of the worst teams in the league, and he was scoring 60 on them bitches. On good teams. In the playoffs.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Right, that's my point. Like, no one talks until you see them start scoring 60. Like, LeBron never even came close to that.
Let's be perfectly honest. This is one of the reasons I personally go up for LeBron. For Jordan over LeBron because Jordan played however many games. He played defense every game and still gave you buckets every night. You can't get both from LeBron James. You're not going to get locked down defense. He's not going to guard the team's best player.
And if he does,
he's only going to give you fucking 19, 20 points. And you got Jordan that's fucking every night guarding the other team's best player. Often, not every night, because he wasn't the best defender on his player, but he was on his team. But he was a well enough defender that you can see throughout his games. There were multiple times where he took over, like, no, you get out the way, I'm a guard him. And he was a capable enough defender that he got done what the fuck needed to be done.
Hold on, I do have an argument to the super team thing, and I know it's different in a sense because he didn't build the team built it for him. But that Scottie Pippen and the second set of three, dude,
they weren't a super team.
Dennis Rodman was one of the best defenders in the league.
They were skilled players at their position.
Scottie Pippen doesn't get as much credit.
Scottie Pippen was the best defender on the team. Well, second best, depending on what time you're talking about, because Dennis Rodman's defense was crazy incredible too.
Yeah,
but he wasn't really known for that. Because I'm going to break it down for you. Because you had your shooting and your Luke Longleys and your Kukoc. These are your shooters. Kerr. That's what they were known for. That's all they were supposed to do. And then you had Scottie Pippen, who could score, had a decent offense, but his defense was crazy incredible. Then you had your rebounding coming from Dennis Rodman, because Dennis Rodman is still one of the greatest rebounders to ever play the fucking game. If I'm not mistaken, I think he's one of the only people to win, to win the rebounding title 3 years in a row. Him and Shaq, I think, are the only two people to do that.
Yeah, he was a monster.
He was a beast rebounding.
Yeah,
fucking beast.
Yeah,
and then
like ungodly. It was amazing to watch him pull, but like he's not as big as everyone else. It doesn't feel like. I mean, he's a big dude,
but he just knew he had good footwork. He knew about positioning.
Yeah, so
and his jump time.
When they talk about Isaiah Stewart being good at fucking rebounds, it's like, yeah, I guess. But dude, when I think like, is there anyone like he was averaging 20 rebounds a game, like most.
The closest thing that I can think of to that type of rebounder is Andre Drummond.
New age, yeah.
Because Andre Drummond, for all his flaws and all his other faults,
that dude does get rebounds.
He gets fucking rebounds.
Yeah, he does.
He gets rebounds. He gets boards. I give him that. Now, granted, also too, I mean, Joel Embiid ain't no shitty rebounder either.
Actually, his career's just starting. It's going to be interesting to see where he ends up.
Embiid?
Yeah. That dude...
I think he might have to get out of Philly.
Yeah, that's fine, but he's one of those dudes that could be, like, Shaq big, like, just... Because everyone's so small.
I don't think they're using him properly.
Yeah, everyone's so fucking small that it's like, give it to him and let him dunk on people.
Yeah, and then all your 7-footers are too...
agile.
Too slow to
too
defend.
Small, yeah. Or too
small and skinny because I be watching whatchamacallit get pushed around, Poe Plumlee. I mean, and he looked like he ain't that small.
He's got to stay not injured.
But he's tall as fucking. They be wearing his ass out.
Motherfucker not gonna get injured.
He gonna be all right.
That's the thing about every career, man. It all stems from just not getting injured.
I smoked out of my right hand.
Oh, whatever. It don't matter.
I kept having to switch it over to ash that bitch.
Either way, I don't disagree that number one. I even I would take Kobe over fucking LeBron.
Oh hell yeah!
Because Harvey, I feel
both
like
of
Kobe
them have a
dagger.
Kobe and Michael both have a much more expanded offensive set than LeBron,
and they had more of a killer instinct.
There's very little to expect from LeBron James's game. He gonna either come down and pull up and shoot a broke ass jumper, or he gonna drive to the rim.
Yeah.
That's all he fucking got. Like, he trying to add that little fadeaway to his shit, but I don't trust that shit. Like, he probably shooting 20% on that fucking fadeaway. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Like, there is no surprise to his offensive game. Kobe had handles for fucking days. Now, LeBron James can dribble, but in a straight fucking line.
Because he's 6'10".
He can fucking dribble he can give you a crossover in a straight line or behind the back. But he not finna break your ankles.
No.
In a fast break he made, but just one-on-one situations, only thing he gonna do is give you that spin move. That's his only fucking go-to shit, is that spin move. I'm so sick of seeing him dribble down and fucking do that fucking spin move on motherfuckers and bully their ass out the way.
Because he's so big.
I'm a purist. I like fundamentals. And to me, she's just a wrecking ball. That's what he is to the game. He's a wrecking ball.
Well,
now, granted, it's
effective. How many years they got left?
It's effective.
You think he's going to Tom Brady it and be here until he's 44?
No.
What do you think, 2 more years?
The way he plays, I don't think his body can take that much more punishment, no matter what he's doing to it. I say he plays to like maybe 38, 39.
He's already 38, isn't he?
No, I think he's like 36, 37. He's not that.
I thought I saw he was 38.
Let me see. Ain't no way LeBron James that much older than me. He close to my age.
I mean, 38 is semi-close to my age.
No, I think he close to my age. I think LeBron's like 36. Not middle name Raymond. Yeah, he 36. He was born in 84.
So 2 more years.
Yeah, so I give him 2, maybe 3. Maybe he gives you 3 and gets to 40.
Yeah, I think he gets to 40 because I think they're going to lose this year.
Because he actually turns 37 this year.
And
they're going to fucking lose. Fucking Phoenix would watch them this year. Like, have you seen Phoenix play? I think Phoenix may end up winning it all.
I want Chris Paul to win.
They added Chris Paul, and now they look fucking phenomenal. They look good.
He's always been like that. He's a good fucking...
But that's what scares me.
Forever too.
That's what scares me because he can't get a team past the second round.
Yeah, but he's never had. Is he? Well, yeah, he's had
and he's had good teams.
Yeah,
he had DeAndre Jordan in DeAndre Jordan's prime when he was unguardable. When all you had to do was throw a lob up and he could dunk it over anybody in the league, and they still couldn't do it. And then he had Blake Griffin in his prime. So let's be perfectly honest. I don't know if he gonna get him there.
And he also had fucking what's his name?
Who?
Harden.
He did, but James Harden ain't all that.
You don't think so?
Hell no, because to me, one, he's not an adequate point guard because he can get 10 assists in a night, but he's not leading your offense to victory. Like,
I always thought of him more as
he's a 2 guard.
I always thought of him as a 3
but he needs the ball in his hand.
That's what I'm saying. A 3 like LeBron.
No, he's not tall enough to be a 3.
No, so a 2 that has to control it.
Because I think he's maybe 6'3", 6'4". Maybe he's 6'5", but that's still too short for a 3 though. I like the fact that I got my laptop and I can just look this shit up whenever I ask a question. Boom.
Yeah, because mine would take 20 minutes for every question.
He's 31.
31 years old. How tall is he?
Oh, that's what I was supposed to be looking at. He is 6'5".
So yeah, he's a 2.
That's too short.
He's just a 2 that carries the ball, and he
needs the ball in his hand.
He's on a team with a point guard that doesn't want the ball.
Well, that's fine, but
so
my question is, what kind of defense are they gonna play? Because I personally think when it comes, if they had to face Phoenix right now, I think Kyrie and James Harden would definitely get washed by Phoenix guards. One, just by virtue of the fact that Kyrie, I guess Kyrie is okay defensively, I guess you could say. But I've never really seen him show much effort defensively. And James Harden, we all know what he gonna do defensively. Olay. Shantae, girl, you leave, because he gonna let you go right on by. And Devin Booker, she seemed like she been incubating for this moment just like this.
How long ago was he drafted?
Devin Booker was drafted in like 2013, baby boy. And he stuck through all them, I think he was like 7th. He stuck through all them terrible ass years in Phoenix for a moment like this.
Who did they get that made him better besides Chris Paul? Because it's not just.
I don't know what they did. Matter of fact, let me look at the team. He was drafted in. Oh no, it was 2015. He was drafted in 2015. He was the 13th pick. I don't know who they got, but all I know is all of a sudden, Phoenix is like, girl, we them bitches, and these are nobodies. These are nobodies. These are nobodies. The most famous person on the team is Chris Paul. Devin Booker is pretty famous, obviously. He's been there since 2015.
Right.
DeAndre Ayton has been there a while. They drafted him a couple years ago. Maybe he came into his own, I guess. I don't know who Mikal Bridges is. Jay Crowder, a backup.
Holy shit, they took a running back.
Jalen Smith, a backup.
Lions just took a running back from Oregon State.
Frank Kaminsky. They got Frank.
Who?
They got Frank Kaminsky. He
I don't know who that is.
He played for Charlotte.
Huh.
He played for Wisconsin in college. Nobody's is what I mean. So I don't know what happened for Phoenix. A switch has flipped. Maybe it's the new coach. I think they got a new coach. I think that might be what it is.
Something flipped.
I think they got a new coach.
Because they weren't even in. Were they even in the conversation?
Hell no. They wasn't even. I don't even think they made the
playoffs.
Top 10 last year. They definitely didn't make the playoffs, but I don't think they made the top 10.
And now they're 2 right now, aren't they? With Utah?
Hell yeah.
Is Utah going to be tough? People are going to be able to beat
Well,
them?
Utah has been like in the top 3 or 4 for the last couple of years, and they kind of fizzled out. So I don't know what the fuck they're going to do.
You got Milwaukee. You used to be worried about Milwaukee.
They're the same way. Get to the playoffs to do nothing. I don't know, because Giannis should have definitely won a ring by now, I think. Back when their defense was so good, all them long-ass guards they had, long arms and shit. Bro, when I tell you...
Let me go see if Rudy is. Because I probably should help him get it.
When I tell you, Pop don't play no games. Oh, you make $8 million a year? Work, Pop. What did Deontay Murray do? I'm hungry as hell. When I tell y'all I'm so ready for this food. Oh, baby, baby, baby. What did he do in a game they lost? Oh, first Spurs player in the past 2 decades to get his 4th triple-double.
Well, Rudy, what's up? Yeah. It's already go. Ooh. Ooh, I don't know what that is. There's definitely cornbread.
It had better come with cornbread or it was going to be a problem.
Lots of fucking cornbread.
What else you supposed to eat jambalaya and gumbo with besides cornbread?
I don't know.
Well, you about to know.
Am I? Are you sure? I don't think you know.
Walking like a penguin.
Don't talk shit now. My
Hello,
son
everybody.
Hi, Rudy.
Oh my God.
Well, we've been talking about basketball, but you don't know shit about that.
Rudy like, girl, fuck that shit.
Basketball?
Yeah.
Let me see, what do I know about basketball?
Or
Nothing. He's absolutely right.
nothing.
Nothing. Won't watch any games. Don't watch any games. They tried to get me to play basketball in high school. Okay, so
You up?
So one morning before I went to ROTC from physical ed, I came in and I was half court and I threw the ball and went through the.
All right.
And everybody went, oh!
That's all you got.
Here comes the coach. Yeah, when you guys join the team? I said, I'm not joining no team.
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it, right? So then I skipped school the next day. Went down to Cass Tech with one of my friends.
Right.
And
Tell me what this is.
so my friends, they were running track. So I almost got busted because I skipped school and went down there.
Yeah.
So I ran on the track with them, so I wouldn't get caught. I outran everybody in the track team.
Damn.
So
But he ain't doing no track, is he?
so 2 doors from me was a teacher named Mr. Taylor. He taught at Cass. He saw me there.
Yeah.
Called my school. Talked to my counselor. I come into school on Monday. Your counselor wants to see you, Mr. Burkhardt. I said, oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck you want.
Right.
He says, did you have fun Friday? Yeah, I went out and had a good time. No. Did you have fun down at Cass?
What you talking about? What do you mean?
Then you know what he told me? He says, I know every time you leave school when you're not supposed to.
Wait.
I said, what do you mean? I don't leave. He said, yeah, you do. He says, come here. Where his desk was, he said, come here. He said, look out the window there.
Yeah.
I looked out the window, my car was parked right there. He could see me every time I went to my car.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
He's like, I can see you every time you leave. That's crazy.
You gotta go outside?
That's
Well,
crazy.
Let's go. So yeah. Well, no, go ahead. Tell me what it is.
Tell you, oh shit.
Alright, so we had Rudy stop at this place. It's called Louisiana
Creole.
It's some real gum. Our baby mama is from Louisiana.
No. Baby mama's from Mississippi.
I'm from Louisiana.
Oh, you from Louisiana? Oh, okay. But you lived in Mississippi.
After Katrina, yeah.
Gotcha.
So, we decided to get some. We got some jambalaya, we got some gumbo, and we got some red beans and rice. All to try out, and it came with a bunch of ass cornbread. So
Yeah, they put a bunch of cornbread in.
if you're smart, Braden's, now's the time to come by.
And you best believe, I'm gonna tell you for sure if it tastes like real Cajun or not.
Well, go fucking make a plate.
Wait a minute, because I just got the woman in that dog and I gotta wash my hands. And also I want to finish this joint.
I don't do gumbo or jambalaya.
Mm-mm.
So I'm just gonna do the red beans and rice.
Uh-uh.
No, if it's got okra in it, I don't do it. And they got okra, I'm sure, in both of them. I'm positive it's in there.
You don't like okra?
Oh, I guess the only way I could halfway stand okra if it's fried and I eat it real quick.
I mean,
other than that, that's the line get to me. First time I had okra, I said, what's that?
You want to make you a red beans and rice plate?
Yes, sir, if you can.
With some cornbread?
Yes, that'll work just fine for me. The first time I saw okra, I said, what's that? I've never seen it before. The girl said, that's okra. You'll love it.
Oh?
I made it just for you. I said, well, I've never had it before. She said, oh, no, I thought you had it before. I said, no. And I put the spoon in there, and when I raised it up, that slime came rolling off of there. And I looked at her.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I said, what's that? I said, what's that? She said, thank you, sir. She said, that's it. That's how it goes.
It's slimy.
I was like, no thank you.
It is super slimy, man. It's weird.
What is that?
Butter.
Oh.
Good pasteurized, grass-fed fish butter.
For what?
For the cornbread.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm going to try a piece of this cornbread, and I'm going to be so mad because it's not going to be good.
I'm going to tell you right now.
What?
I don't know what this is.
You don't know what that is? Okay. Well,
it's got remnants of other things.
18?
I'm dead.
Yeah, it's got remnants of other things.
Brayden said I'm on my way.
Okay.
He said the place on Woodward. No, it's on. I'm doing a video right now.
The original place is on Gratiot.
So this right here is the gumbo, right? Because it's more of a. It's more liquidy. This right here is jambalaya, and that's well. I mean, I can tell because the gumbo is in the small. Tastes like food. I mean, it's
The red beans and rice is good.
I'm dead. That tastes like food. Fox, you ignorant.
I mean, it's not very spicy. I expect it to be a little more.
It can't be. Because it's for the masses.
Yeah, we were down south, or maybe on the east side at a place that was Cajun. It would probably be spicier.
Why is the east side more south people?
Yeah.
More.
Well, no, let me put you this way. When people came here from the south, not like today. When people came from the south, there was only a couple of places they could live. Black Bottom was one. Paradise, Black Bottom.
What on the east side is remnants of Black Bottom?
Oh, it's still part of Black Bottom down there, but it's slowly disappearing. It's only a few houses down there now, and there's hardly any businesses.
See, this one was a little hotter.
I'm telling you, it'll be spicy.
Alright, I'm gonna try this. I've never been I grew up when I was a kid in elementary school eating cornbread, so I've never really eaten it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cornbread made you throw up? No, something else made you throw up. You just happen to be eating cornbread.
Yeah, I know. And I never liked the taste since.
Mm-hmm.
Butter?
Mm-mm. Is this sweet cornbread or regular?
I don't know. What is it?
Not sweet.
No?
It's regular cornbread.
Fox.
So the jambalaya, I think, is spicier.
I'm finna tell you. It's supposed to be.
Okay. Hey.
Now, I want to tell you right now, in my opinion, the cornbread could be better.
Oh, no, don't do that. Don't do that. I love me some cornbread.
I do too. But I like my cornbread a little bit on the sweet side.
Since we doing a food show, I'm gonna eat it like I would down south.
If we wasn't doing a food show, how were you gonna eat it? There's a different technique.
Well, I mean, I guess I probably would have ate it this way. If I was eating it at home, I would. But in front of y'all, I probably wouldn't have ate it like this. But because we doing, doing a show where
we're doing food and weed.
Well, ranking's not really the right word.
Rating. I didn't say ranking.
Yeah.
We're just doing taste tests. That's what we're doing.
Yeah, it's good. It's
well, I
spicy.
mean, you're rating it right.
That's the spicy I want. That's better than fucking fish bones.
And then fish bones ain't nothing, man. Fish bones is overrated.
That's the only place I've had. Alright, so the red beans and rice is good.
Excellent.
This one?
The red beans and rice.
That one's spicy.
This one?
That one. And then the other one's just jambalaya, so it's just chicken and rice, and it's pretty good.
This?
No, the small one.
This?
Yep. That one's not as spicy. This one right here's got a kick to it.
This looks weird.
Well, it's chicken with rice. It's a gumbo. So
But it's got a bunch of celery and stuff in it.
Yeah, like a soup. It's a hearty soup,
It tastes
basically.
good though?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that one's good. This one's good, and then there's cornbread.
It's got they call it the Holy Trinity in New Orleans. That's the green peppers.
Mm-hmm.
What did you just mention?
Celery.
Celery.
Looks like okra.
And what else? And the onions.
Mm-hmm.
That's called the Trinity.
That's
in everything they make.
Every
These are
dish.
like
Yep.
kidney beans.
Yes.
I gotta stand up, man. My legs is killing me. I've been sitting down all day. Oh.
How do you know so much about Cajun life?
What? Me?
Oh, it's like
You gotta
spend time in New Orleans?
You gotta remember. No, you gotta remember. I was in Mississippi for a little while.
Okay.
They're the same. Mississippi.
That makes sense, yeah, because a lot of people from New Orleans,
yeah,
come up to Mississippi,
and vice versa.
It's not very far.
No.
So.
Fox Ice, you bring me back to sound.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I did not.
I got something in my beard. I can see it, but I can't get it.
Help me.
I can see it, but I can't get it.
Bingo. I wouldn't normally eat with my fingers in front of people.
Well,
yeah, eat like you eat, man.
But
that's the way you're supposed to eat.
That's how they eat in the Philippines.
Isn't this how you're supposed to eat this food?
And in Africa, and in the Philippines.
If I was at home with my family, this is definitely how I
in the
would
Philippines and in Africa, that's how they eat.
Mm-hmm.
And India.
Yeah, you're right, and India.
And Mexico.
In other words, most of the world.
Right.
Everywhere in the world right here.
Maybe we're just the ones that are.
Well, what do you need a fork for? You got fingers.
Things were made before forks.
Mm-hmm.
The red beans and rice is good.
Oh man, I'm gonna take a hot bath when I get home and I'm hitting bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I've been trimming.
Too much trim today.
I've been trimming since 9 o'clock this morning, man. This guy's got 36 plants to finish.
I don't dislike it.
You got something in your beard. You saving it for later?
Yes. There it is. See? Interrupted it.
I don't dislike it. It's pretty good.
Check this out, man. One of the guys I trimmed for today.
Mm-hmm.
The buds, I'm not exaggerating at all. Buds were like this. All the way around like that.
Really?
Yeah. Biggest buds I've ever seen. And it was, what was it called? It was called...
I can't do it. I'm civilized.
What was it called?
I'm just not good at it.
I was gonna say there definitely is an art to it.
There's an art to it, but I'm like,
That's an art.
And it's supposed to be smooth.
And in Africa, it's just one big plate in the middle of the table.
I know. I'm not saying that's not the right way to eat. It's
people eat how they eat, you know.
I don't want to do that on TV because I'll be like,
well, I don't.
You don't want to look awkward.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm too paranoid to eat like that. I am. I'll be honest with you. I'm too paranoid to eat like that.
What are you paranoid of?
I don't know how clean the guy next to me on the other side of me is. I don't know what he's been doing with his hands. And he's sticking his hands in there. Everybody's sticking their hands in there.
I mean, you got a point.
I mean, maybe I'm just a spoiled Westerner, you know?
It's a legit fear.
Especially now. I wonder how they're eating now because of COVID.
They eat the same. Oh, in the Philippines, they eat with a... Listen to this. They don't have knives.
Mm-hmm.
They eat with a spoon and a fork.
Mm.
They cut stuff up with the spoon. And they take the fork and put stuff up on the spoon. They are so weird.
No knives.
No.
You think they say that?
You go to a restaurant.
I'm sure they do.
Listen to me. I've looked at probably 1,000 videos about this.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to a restaurant, you have to ask for a knife.
Mm.
And they might not have any. Other than what the chef uses in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a fork and a spoon. I asked that girl about it too. I said, she said, everybody eats that.
You know why?
They got to be hell on a steak.
No, they're run by dictators.
Oh, so you can't have no weapons?
Yeah, they have knives.
I know, but they don't.
They carry knives.
That's fine, but I'm saying actually having it was probably a tradition that was passed on by the dictators from
Oh, that's
before.
what you're saying, yeah.
Who were like,
No, regular people don't need knives.
yeah, they don't need knives because I don't need them stabbing me.
And I think
Or stabbing each
and
other.
We're not talking like now. We're talking like
yeah, back in the day.
because it's a tradition that's been around for.
And I think the
thousands of
people in the
years.
villages, they may not even have spoons and forks. They just eat with their hands.
Well, I mean, after Caesar, if I was in power, I wouldn't want nobody around me.
I'll tell you a guy to go to if you just go, you got nothing to do, go to YouTube and put in Harold Bald. He's a Norwegian dude. This dude is the brave. Him and this other guy called Bald is bankrupt.
Yeah.
These two white dudes. One is from England and one is from Norway. They go everywhere in the world, and they go without any bodyguards. And they'll tell you, we're getting ready to go to the most violent neighborhood known in this country.
Mm-mm.
And they'll go by themselves, man, and have their little camera they walk around with. They're unbelievable. So the one, Harold Bald.
How the hell did they?
Listen to this. Harold Bald went to a Maasai village and started living with them. In one of the huts made out of cow manure. He was living with them, man. And he got up one morning, and there was a snake in the building with him. He didn't even know it. One of the Maasai tribesmen killed it. Caught it and killed it. But he said, and then he started dressing like him. Oh man, this guy's. I admire him, man. Let me tell you something. When he left that village, he had raised $35,000 for them to get a well put in, and improve their life.
Oh wow. Brady says knives are considered savage. They cut food during prep, not while they eat.
Who does?
Your food should be soft enough that you should be able to cut it with a fork.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
Yeah. Where's that happening at?
Everywhere around the world because they fucking stew the shit out of everything.
No, let's be honest now, because you got bitches. That's part of the reason here. These motherfuckers are gonna get a steak and then get the steak well done. No, I'm good. You not cutting no well done steak with no fork.
I know, but that's people don't eat steaks around the world, though.
I can use some more cornbread though. Ooh, sir, you scared me. You see me jump?
I was checking for those baseball reflexes.
I jumped.
I know.
I ain't gonna say I'd have been ready for it, but I definitely flinched.
You definitely pretended like you were.
I thought you was gonna throw that bitch over Rudy's head.
And when they went to Nigeria,
Huh?
Lagos, Nigeria, 22 million people.
Wait, there's 22 million people
in Lagos, Nigeria.
Shut the fuck. One city?
Yes. Lagos, Nigeria.
We only have one city that has more than 10 or 12 million people or something
Nope.
like that.
No.
New York is real close. New York I think New York got 9 or 10 million.
Yeah, that's it.
Maybe a little more than that.
It might be more now. That figure was a few years ago.
And California is probably pretty close.
Well, that's a whole state. We're talking about a city.
Oh wait, I mean I meant to say L.A., but I said California. Because LA, I think LA has maybe like 8 or 9 million people.
I don't think I'd even want to visit Lagos, Nigeria. My friend lived there for a couple of years. I don't see how he did it. I don't. I mean, it's like if you look down and saw a colony of ants, you know, that's how it is, man. It's unbelievable.
Same thing in Mexico City.
And,
Same thing in India.
I went to Mexico City too. I've been around the world, dude. I went to Mexico City too. And I went to they call them barrios. They call them barrios. I went to the most dangerous barrio in Mexico City. And the slums are just.
And them folk be down there.
I feel so sorry for most of the world, man. And we're complaining about shit.
Well.
And they have it really bad.
Make our problems look so fucking.
And you know what?
They do.
They have
are legit.
They have it even worse now since this coronavirus.
Yeah, I know.
Because little money they were making, they ain't making nothing now.
Nigerians like sex. So do fucking obviously most of the planet.
Who said like?
Braden.
Oh,
I was getting there, man. You gotta let me breathe.
I'm sure they probably do.
You're not gonna eat that?
No, I'm not gonna eat that piece of cornbread. I tasted it. And
it's good. I don't like cornbread. That's decent cornbread to me.
I didn't say it was bad.
What'd you think?
I'm wearing it out, ain't
See,
I'm eating it the way.
There's different kinds.
But I was eating it with the stuff too, so it's like
there are different kinds of cornbread.
I know, and I don't usually like it. It's
this cornbread. This cornbread is just a little too. It doesn't have the taste I like. I'm not saying it's bad cornbread.
Do you like it sweeter?
Yes, I like my cornbread sweeter and probably a little softer.
I'm with you. I feel you.
Get this plate out your face.
Thank you, sir.
But this is still not officially cornbred to me.
Yeah, right.
Because I grew up on cornmeal cornbread.
Yeah.
The yellow cornbread.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let me tell you something my mother used to make. I don't know anybody else that could make it for me, and it was a whole breakfast in one slice. You ever have Mexican cornbread? It's got cheddar cheese. It's got green peppers in it. Oh my God! It is so good.
So good, yeah.
You take a slice of that. That's a breakfast, man. It is so good.
It's so filling too. Like you need like
you're right.
2 slices and you good.
And I can't find none of these young girls even heard about it, let alone can cook it. Even heard about it.
I might have to try that again. I know tomorrow I'm making a fucking roast.
Hot roast?
I got softball tomorrow, but our games aren't till we got the 1 o'clock and the 2:50 games or 2:30. So
give it a couple seconds to settle.
I'm gonna get up and go to the grocery store in the morning.
Thank you, sir.
And give me a roast, and I'm gonna come back and cut that bitch on before we go to softball and let it simmer. And we'll come back for her after softball.
I haven't cooked anything in 2 years.
Man, I tell you, I be trying not to, but then I get a taste for something.
But when I move, I'm gonna have a banquet.
I hate cooking.
I like cooking when I like to cook.
That's
you know what I mean? If I'm feeling it,
I cook.
Yeah, if I'm feeling it, I can get into it. But if I ain't feeling it, look, and don't even talk about cleaning up afterwards.
That's most of the reason why I don't like to cook.
Don't even talk about it.
Cleanup.
Luckily, I don't have to do that.
Could you?
Ashtray.
I didn't want to interrupt you. Thank you. That's good. Interrupt your grubbing. Getting that grub on. Give you a grub on.
Fox, I'm gonna say, on a scale of 1 to 10. For flavor.
Hold on. Have you had fish bones?
Yes.
What would you get fish bones?
A 6. And that's being generous.
I agree with you.
Because you can tell, when you taste fish bones, you can tell it's just a knockoff. It's imitation. It just don't taste authentic to me. This is way more authentic tasting. Like, this reminds me of
a restaurant at home.
Yes.
The South.
Nah, they would have got. That's why I'll say for authenticity, I'll give them a 7. I'll give them. It's pretty close, but it didn't make me think of my mama's jambalaya.
Yeah.
Or my mama's
That's what you're
gumbo.
saying, right.
Right.
That's your.
Now, when it made
that's
me
your
think,
skill.
Yes. When it made me think of that, then I'm like, okay, now that's
8, 9.
right. So I mean, but it's good though. I like the flavor. Flavor wise, it's really flavorful.
So you give it a what? A 7?
Yeah.
If you give it.
I've never. I mean, it's better than fucking.
Just rated, just period. Then not
Rated on
compared to
cheese.
nothing.
A 7.
Okay.
It's better than fucking the other one.
Okay.
It could stand to be spicier, for my taste.
Now,
I got some kick out of it.
I've had two or
eat a
three
lot of hot
things
shit.
from there. I've had 2 or 3 different things from there. So I would say but I don't go there that often. But I would give them 7, 7.5.
Yeah.
I think the red beans and rice could have been a little more creamier.
It also could have been a little more spicy.
Yeah.
Red beans and
I'm not
rice.
into spice, but you're right. It could have been had a little
kick to it.
They put a little bit pepper.
Tiny little kick. It didn't even come. Those 2 other ones didn't have no spice at all. It felt like.
You are correct. The gumbo is not inherently spicy. Like, you know.
Yeah, but jambalaya.
But jambalaya is supposed to be spicy. That's one of the
Gotcha.
characteristics of jambalaya.
Gotcha.
But my family, obviously, like, we are more inclined to the spicy.
Yeah.
So our gumbo is
You
spicy.
from Louisiana, you definitely inclined to the spice.
Man, we like our heat.
We like it hot.
So, anyways, we were talking about
Jordan and again, it doesn't really matter. It's everyone's. It's a fucking opinion.
I dropped the ball, Fox.
What? No, food came.
No, this was a perfect opportunity. I could have made a fucking king cake, or I could have made beignets.
Ooh, beignets.
That
yeah.
would have went so great with this.
Oh yeah,
Fuck.
beignets.
I'm mad I didn't think about that. Have you ever had a beignet before?
I don't even know what the hell it is.
Oh my god!
It's similar to a donut, but it doesn't have a hole in
It's
it.
much
And
lighter than a donut.
Yeah, and it's fried. Oh yeah, it's real light.
Mm-hmm.
When you bite into it, it's,
Like Krispy Kreme light.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but maybe a little lighter.
I was
than
gonna say
that.
even lighter though.
Yeah, even lighter
And
than that.
It's sprinkled with powdered sugar.
Yeah. Oh, it's good, especially
That's one of the things.
when it's warm.
That's one of the main
Oh
things
my
New Orleans
God.
is known for. Fucking beignets. Oh my
my
god,
God.
Cafe Du Monde. Like that's like the thing to do is go to Cafe Du Monde and get a beignet and a coffee.
Is there wines and
Oh,
shit
are you,
there?
you can get a beignet and have them put those what do they call them?
What you talking about?
It's like an ice cream, but it's
Pistachio?
it's got caramel and
Butter
stuff.
pecan.
No, it's got a weird name. It starts with a
Praline?
P. There you go.
Praline.
They put on top of that beignet.
Nuts, aren't they?
No, with caramel. It's nuts.
Yeah, it's like
caramel.
caramelized nuts. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically.
If you say so.
I tell you another city that's really good for restaurants is Washington D.C.
I tell you, city it's not. Detroit.
It's changing.
It's getting better. I've heard.
It's changing.
I've heard it's getting better. But when I
Some-
grew up,
Some big time magazines about food has rated Detroit #1 and #2 in the
I have
country.
some. I have a request for the next video.
What's that?
Barbecue.
Oh, there's a good barbecue place down the road.
I want to know where there is to get good barbecue in Detroit, because the only place that I found so far that I can fuck with is Slows.
Have you had Parks
I have not had
on
Parks.
Bobian?
I have not had
They
Parks.
got
Okay.
they got 2 different kinds of sauces. They got that one that's like it's not sweet.
Yeah.
I want vinegar sauce.
That's what it is. It's a vinegar
sauce.
with paprika and
That's a southern sauce, isn't it?
yes, it is.
Dude, I love.
And they have a
southern
sweet sauce too.
I hate sweet. I hate when you get a sugary, ketchupy tasting fucking barbecue. There's no tang to it.
Oh,
It's like, why are you fucking?
Well,
doing
Parks
it?
has been there since about the 40s.
yeah. So you like your mustard base vinegar?
Well, there's the one. Remember, we had that one.
Yeah.
Weren't you here for that when we got Veronica to go pick it up down at Conant? It's like a small. We drove by it all the time. There was the Southern place, the soul food place, and
Right by 7 Mile.
as we're coming, because we come back up the long way, coming back from your house.
In fact, there's 2 places.
There's 2 places.
Yeah.
I feel like I do remember that.
They're on the same block.
We had that one.
Okay, I do remember.
I think it's at Moy's. I think that's Moy's Barbecue.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
it is.
Yeah, it's
But
Moy's.
there's Woodpile, which is one that's.
What the fuck is Woodpile?
It's a place up in Madison Heights. They've got a chain started.
Okay.
They've got amazing sweet potato mashed potatoes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, oh,
Thank
yeah.
you, Rudy.
And they put a little bit of marshmallow on it?
No, they don't.
Some people do.
Some people
I know they don't.
I can't do sweet potato fries or mashed potatoes unless I do them myself. I am very,
'Cause I like
very,
sweet pota-
very particular.
I like
about
sweet
how
potato
I
fries.
like my sweet potato mash.
I love sweet
and
potato fries.
I've never made my own sweet potato mash, but you know what I do every morning, or not every morning, but most mornings, is I shred up fucking and have it as a.
Well, you eat
as
sweet
a-
potatoes.
Yeah, I eat them every day as
Yeah.
a.
They're
eat
good
them
for-
as a hash
sweet
brown.
potatoes are good for you, man.
I started adding fucking mushroom, like diced up mushrooms and little pieces of fucking broccoli into it.
Mm-mm.
So it's like a little sweet potato hash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Fox.
And then you add the fucking cheese and those fucking eggs that he's been bringing me from the chickens. Oh,
Do you eat sushi?
fucking yolk.
Yes.
You eat sushi?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe after
I want to
barbecue,
do.
then we do
I'll do
sushi.
sushi. We'll do. Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, then maybe.
Huh?
You got a sushi place you know of?
Yeah, they make it right there fresh in front of you.
Oh shit, he's already.
The last time I had sushi was 14 miles. Sushi,
I'm like,
yeah.
how are you still talking? But then
I
again,
think
it's
14
on your
miles.
phone.
12 miles.
Duh.
Hello.
What's up, man?
That's
How are you guys today?
Good.
I'm-
Obviously, you don't know. You were listening to us.
I'm tired, but I'm good.
I love the Lions draft, by the way.
Yeah, they seem to be making the right moves.
When Jalen Waddle
For
went
what we
for it,
need
I was
right
so
now.
Happy.
Oh, Fox. Speaking of that, did you see how that man walked off when they drafted his name?
Who?
That Waddle guy. He was sitting in there with his family. They call his name. His family all get up all shouting and celebrate like they finna come over and celebrate with him. That motherfucker got up, turned, and walked right the fuck on out. Like, it was so fucking funny. Paul showed
Jones
it to
came
me.
running out to wave to him.
He was like, and then somebody did a meme of it in their caption. They was like,
What in Miami?
His suit was
if y'all hoes ain't getting shit was a person. Cause he definitely got up. They was celebrating, jumping like they was finna run up and hug him and shit. They gonna hit that turn and walk back on that stage like, girl, fuck y'all.
Which one paid? Which one retired his mom? There was one guy that retired
Yeah,
his mom.
that
on
was
the air.
Quiddy Pay.
Yeah, that's his real name was,
What a
yeah.
name. Huh?
Yeah, his name was real weird.
Quiddy.
So they were in a Lebanese refugee camp the first time he ever played football.
Yeah.
The first time he ever saw a footballer. Those American soldiers playing football with kids in a refugee camp.
What about the other guy?
There's a lot of
The big guy you got. The big guy.
Who the Lions got?
Yeah.
Eli Sewell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude was.
Yeah, thank you.
Listen, this dude was Samoan. He was sleep.
Yeah.
His family was poor.
Uh-huh.
He slept on the ground.
Wow.
He'd sleep on the ground, man.
I mean,
He grew up in a house
from
that,
humble beginnings, no man, you can't have that.
on your
Well,
own floor in your house.
Around
You
here.
can't have that.
So I don't know if that counts. Probably not.
No, don't.
He's like 6'9".
It really don't count. You want to hit this, man?
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm getting to do this fucking goddamn shit.
The dude.
I'm trying to be a gentleman and a scholar.
Well, you're doing okay. John.
Well, I want a second, but I
did you
gotta
say-
go wash my
You
hands.
need a
again.
fork, or are you doing it fucking Justin style?
Don't you do that. Don't you read
Southern
me.
styling it up.
Don't you do
So
me
I have
like
no idea
that.
about Filipino, but the Japanese don't use knives because it was considered like a savage thing to do.
Really?
Like to tear your food
Yeah.
apart.
So they don't use knives either on that. Well, they use chopsticks. Anyway, don't they?
But they prep their food so it's bite size.
Right.
They make sure that it's
Doesn't
the
have to
knife
be.
works at because you use a chef's knife and the chef
Yeah,
knife
but you-
is sharp and it keeps the meat clean.
Well, you gotta be a millionaire to eat meat over there.
And look, that Kobe beef.
Man, they got fish. They got fish over there. That one meal costs you $500.
New Orleans got a restaurant that's got a fucking YU Kobe beef burger, and it's like $30
Yeah.
for the fucking burger. Well, they got it's a specialty burger spot. They
But
got
you
all
know-
kind of different burgers. Like they got an emu burger, I think.
Damn.
I'm sorry, if I'm eating Kobe beef, I'm eating a steak. I have to see it in the steak form.
Well, I mean, this. I guess I get that, but this is specifically a burger joint.
Yeah,
if
no,
I'm
they
not
have like
mistaken.
crazy fucking burgers.
Yeah.
You can order Kobe burgers from Japan.
Me?
Anybody.
I thought that shit was like.
I think you get it from Vegas when you order it from here.
Oh
Because
yeah.
it has like 24 hours from when they ship it to when you should cook it.
Yeah.
I think the nearest place that makes it is Vegas.
Well,
I
this
think
guy,
I feel like they had an elk burger.
Casinos making it.
this guy I know told me he was getting it. I said, "Where you getting it from?" He said, "You go online and get it." I said, "From Japan." He said, "Yep."
I almost did it again. Get this thing out of my face. So Smokey got out today.
He got out.
Yeah, he somehow like got the window up,
Oh,
got
see
his
that?
toe up and lifted it up and got it up to here and went out.
Little smart ass.
So I gotta fucking get a new screen
Little smart ass.
with no fucking holes. So he can't fucking.
He figured it out, huh?
Or I left it open enough that he could get under it.
Well, he sat here and watched you open it many a time. He knew how to open it.
Yeah, he ain't stupid.
And it was a little crack in it. He said, "I get it this time." Zip.
Yep. Little fucker.
So today my Kong toy came in the mail. I put some peanut butter in it, gave it to the black lab, and within an hour it was in 1,000 little pieces.
You what?
kind did you get?
It was for large dogs. It was the red one.
Oh
Kong
no,
brand.
if it's a heavy chewer, you gotta get the black one.
Yep, I'll have to get the black one.
And you need to freeze it.
Did not freeze it.
You freeze it, it makes it harder for him to get it out. Like, she doesn't even chew him yet. She just kind of licks in there the whole time. She just knocks around.
Little fat butt.
I know, she's getting big, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
I've seen pictures of what she's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
Will you pull it up? The bully, look up American Bully comparison pictures. And show him the... Because she's, like, Brent's little bully is going to look like a bully, like an American bully. It's going to be...
With the little bow legs and stuff.
Yeah, it's going to be this little fat fucker.
How tall do they get?
He said this.
She should only get to like 15 inches.
He said that's gonna be Brent dog.
Yeah.
But then he said this gonna be his dog.
Okay. Less muscle.
Yeah, more lean. Like.
Because that's what her uncle looks like. And that's what they say.
Well, this is probably a more accurate representation of Brent dog because he got his ears clipped like he may be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna
he got
look
his
like
ears
the pocket
clipped.
bully.
Yeah.
That's the one I.
This guy on YouTube that sells those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he got
He big as
5
fuck.
champions. And I guess he breeds them and sells them. He be selling for like 15,000, 20,000.
People are crazy.
I just hope it don't look like this one because this one look retarded.
What? Which one?
This one.
That one here?
Yeah.
Oh, it looks cool. It looks cool.
No, it look retarded.
No, it don't.
Why it's shaped like that?
Because that's
muscle.
That's out of shape.
That's what they're supposed to
That ain't no dog. That's a goddamn Volkswagen.
Tell me, in the dog you saw something like that coming at you, you would get the hell.
Man, when I tell you I throw everything at that bitch and take the fuck off, that dog looks like a terror.
Easy.
A terror.
About it.
Look, girl. Matter of fact,
That's a big dog.
It is.
Those are big dogs.
Oh, girl, don't be scratching my leg.
Your dog's gonna be a big
Sweetie.
dog.
No, she's only gonna be 30 pounds.
Nah.
Yeah, they're pocket size. That's the thing. There's a show them that one that compares the pocket to the regular. There's multiple versions, and then there's the XXL ones. You got the extreme ones, which are the ones like he just showed you. The ones that are super muscle.
Look like Hulk Hogan.
Go get him. Go get him. You can do it. You can do it. Go get him. Go get him. Go get him.
Okay, so that's the difference. That's like a normal pit bull, but that's how he gonna look.
Oh, okay. So she gonna look like that.
That's what a regular one looks like.
Oh, okay.
That's like, I guess, 2 males, and that's the regular.
That's
one.
a classic, and that's the more. The classics are basically they don't have as much.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yeah, it's not quite as beefy.
Yeah.
But still, there's still a lot of chest there, though.
To be honest, this one looks just like her. This little puppy.
Sure does. Yep.
Except his eyes are blue instead of
So you're
brown.
talking about Amon Ra St. Brown?
Yeah.
So when his oldest brother, so he's the youngest of 3. His oldest brother went to Notre Dame. He went to
You know the
USC. And
TV's
the other
still
brother
on,
went to
right?
Cal. Is it?
Yeah.
So when Equanimous got drafted, they're showing their family, and their name isn't even St. Brown. Their dad's like their football coach guy and mentor and direction. They're all wide receivers. And their dad wanted a name that he thought sounded badass, like when you score touchdowns, when you're in the fans. And he came up with Saint Brown. He's like, Saint makes it sound sweet, and I think Brown was already his name. So he just added a Saint to it and changed it. And then he named every one of his kids after Egyptian gods. But his youngest is Amon Ra. He's 2 gods.
Check it out.
I think they're sweet. Ignominious.
That's better than
6'5". His brothers are.
That's better than what's his name? Naming his kids. Oh,
George Foreman.
Yeah, yeah, and the girls.
That man was so conceited. How you gonna name all of your kids?
Including the girls.
All of your kids after you, bro.
That's insane.
He had a lot of kids.
And he had a lot of. He was so vain.
I think he had about 6 or 8 kids.
He was so vain. You gotta be fucking kidding me, bro.
But that's a money-making dude there, dude.
I mean, that grill. That grill was the best thing that motherfucker ever could have did, bro.
Man.
That grill. That grill set him up for life.
Everybody had one of those little.
Yeah.
When they first came out,
dude, I remember having one in my apartment thinking I can catch some really good fucking burgers.
Yep. And it was affordable.
He said, bitch, I'm moving it up.
Look at this bitch. She's like, no, you can't have it. I'm just going to step on it.
Fuck said, bitch, I'm moving up in the world. I got a George Foreman.
Yeah. And I never used it.
I'm dead.
Who can afford meat?
George Foreman.
Oh, shit, you stupid.
Well, I had a friend that, I don't know if you remember this. This was a while ago. They used to sell meat from a pickup truck. And the pickup truck had a freezer in the back.
Yeah.
And they'd go from door to door and sell
Like
meat.
the Omaha Steaks guys?
Yeah. And my friend had a job like that. Driving around selling meat. And he'd steal meat, you know. He'd come over, hey, you want to buy a couple steaks?
I from school once, my mom's getting smooshed by this meat guy. He's like sitting at the dining room table, he's talking to her, and I'm in the other room like listening to just flirt with her, hit on her and shit, and then he leaves and we got like tons of fucking meat in the freezer. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? She bought the $500 package and it's like,
oh damn!
He does. He gets sitting down with the old single ladies and just starts smooshing away.
Yep.
I mean, is it a good deal?
Writing up
You
orders.
use some sirloins wrapped in bacon, baby.
Is that what it is? It's not even like good meat?
Well,
No, it was okay.
It's
cheap.
How do you know good meat from bad meat?
Grass-fed to
Okay.
McDonald's.
Well, you know, it depends on how the grain of the meat is, for one thing.
Okay.
You want some grain
modeling, right?
That's what I'm talking
Yeah, you need
about.
the fat. And
That's what I'm talking
grass-fed
about.
has, is the fat.
And they're bringing it to you, so there's no like store.
Actually,
They're
the
bringing it to you in
grain-
a refrigerated truck.
Really grain-fed meat can have a lot of fat in it. Because that's why they grain feed them, because they fatten up better than the grass.
Grain is a protein, right? Well,
Grain, yeah, but it's not what they're supposed to eat. So it's not the proper
they're supposed to graze
Yeah, they're supposed to graze on grass.
on grass.
Instead, they're getting it.
And grass that nobody's putting
corn
kind of
and shit like
pesticide on. or anything
Well, I mean,
like
because,
that.
yeah, if they have an overabundance of grass, they'll still get fat. But, I mean, I guess down south where people have a lot of fucking cows and you need a ton of fucking space.
My sister lives in Huntington Woods, and she somehow, her and her husband both, they used to, I don't know if they still do, they own cows.
How many?
Just one each.
Oh, well, yeah, because I'm talking about, like, you know.
No, I mean, they just own,
30,
like,
40
a
cows.
cow that's down in the fucking south.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like,
you can do that.
Oh, somebody like adopt a cow type shit?
Yeah, like, bought a cow, and then whatever.
And somebody else is taking care of it, and they just send money to feed it.
Oh, you can buy a cow.
They're not even gonna do that. Whatever it sells for, they're just gonna get
You can buy a cow
the shit.
to slaughter.
I didn't know you could do that.
You can buy a cow to slaughter. A lot of people
Get all
do
the
it.
meat.
They buy, yeah. They buy a whole cow or a half a cow.
Get a whole refrigerator
Put it in their freezer.
full of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Man, when I tell you that's more steaks than you will cook in a whole year.
Some people.
That's too much meat for me.
I mean, yeah, now if you split
That's
it with
too
somebody
much
you
meat.
know, yeah, you can do it like that.
I don't even want that much meat around.
I remember when my uncles used to go hunting and they killed deer. When they would dress the deer and cut that bitch up, it would be so much. They had that meat wrapped up. It'd be so much
Tons of
motherfucking meat. I'm like, damn, all that came off that skinny ass fucking deer. Shit, and they
You
like
wrap
when
it
you
in
slice that meat up.
butcher block paper
Yup.
with that little tape on it.
Because then some people only like deer sausage, but then you got some people that like to do like chops, like pork chops.
Yeah.
Like deer chops, I guess you want to call them.
Venison stew.
Venison steaks are great out of the back straps. The like venison fillet.
You gotta get the baby, right? That's the tender meat, right? The
I don't know a lot of kill babies here.
No, it's a tenderloin. Yeah.
I'm out of here, fellas. I gotta get back to my dog.
real
He's been home all day by himself.
That's fine. Thanks for the visit.
So let me
Next
the
week.
visit
go take him a
and
little
food.
bit.
Be safe, Rudy.
Thank you.
I will. You too, man. Now let me try to hobble my way out of here.
I know that's right.
Look at this little thing.
This little
Go out
raggedy
that
man.
way.
Yeah.
Oh, well, let me get my shit out the way, goddamn.
Say it later.
Out. What?
Pay you later.
I didn't even know my jacket had failed.
All right, fellas. Don't take any
Now get back over there and play with him so he can tire you out.
So with the Lions grabbing those 2 D tackles in a row, second and third round, I'm thinking, they want to have competition on the D-line. They want to put some more bodies in that room. One of the teams drafted like 3 safeties. Can't remember what team it is, but does that show confidence to the first safety you picked? 2 more behind him?
Right.
Are they going to turn someone into a cornerback or?
I mean, they gonna figure some shit out. I guess they ain't got no choice.
There's a lot of weird coincidences. Like the Jets drafted Brandon Carter, and then he's a running back. And then a couple rounds later, they drafted a safety named Brandon Carter Jr. or Brandon Carter the second.
That's redundant much.
And was it like 3 teams reunited quarterbacks and wide receivers who played in college?
Oh yeah, I was watching. That was what they was talking about when I left the house.
Tua and Waddle, Mac Jones, and no, not him. Yeah, there was a lot of coincidences they were showing during the draft. Let's see if it's a super spreader event though. They're bragging about getting like 150,000 people together.
Super spreader.
Who was bragging about 150,000 people?
So there was the Lions were talking about how in their draft room everybody had vaccines. They were kind of bragging about it, but there was a lot of rooms they showed where everybody had masks on. So I wonder if that was like different based on state mandates.
It said it 100% vaccinated or not.
Yeah.
On the when you looked at each team, it said 100% vaccinated, whether they were or not.
I wonder if that was like an indicator of the rules in the state, like the states where there were states where you didn't see any
It's
masks
just the rules
of their office.
Yeah, probably. Because I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, who knows? Who gives a shit? But they did take a running back as the last pick.
Yeah, that's cool.
Sure.
Get some competition at running back. Well, we have Williams, the running back from the Packers, who we picked up, free agent. What's his name? Something Williams. I don't know. He's going to be our number 1 though.
Huh. Who?
I think he's going to be. I think he's supposed to start over Carry-On. Let me look at.
My dear.
Justin, you commented earlier on it's nice having your laptop. It is definitely nice looking stuff up. What you're talking about?
Look, I mean, when I tell you I can be accurate right on the spot without guessing.
Yeah, and way quicker.
This is true. It takes that out of
One day I'll get a computer.
And then also too, if there's ever a dilemma and I for some reason can't get over here.
So it's Jamal Williams, but they're saying that our depth chart right now is DeAndre Swift, then Jamal Williams, and Kerryon Johnson. So DeAndre Swift's the number 1 in the eyes of the new coach.
Yeah, he had all right. I mean, he had an all right season. I thought he was quite nice. Little quick, little back. He got hurt, didn't he?
DeAndre Swift?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't think he did.
Watch them soar up the line, and all of a sudden the fucking team is...
Trevor Lawrence asked for a signing bonus in crypto. Did you see what Bill Maher was saying about crypto this week?
Old man and
hated it.
He sounded like an old fucking man whining about shit again.
Yep.
Ooh, fucking people, I don't understand. No, it's you.
But he was talking about 1 Bitcoin transaction uses more energy.
I'm dead, Fox. You stupid. Oh, yeah.
Listed all kinds of other shit.
I know.
Saying Bitcoin's going to raise the average temperature of the world.
Well, there's shit that they need to figure out. Hopefully they can at some point.
Yes. Yes.
What up, Cap?
What's going on, brother?
You doing all right?
Yeah.
Don't be jumping.
Good.
Hey, Zeke.
Nope. No, it's
No.
all right.
Yeah. There you go. That's a good girl. Yeah.
She said, I'm just saying.
Cool.
There you go. Look.
Fox.
Oh, see?
What?
This is RVPH. Do I gotta do that shit?
I don't know. Read it.
So that's a big no.
So, alright. I did want to talk about the Pistons a little bit because it is going to get quite frustrating to watch them. Because it's still only a 14% chance, and it doesn't seem like any team, like, everyone's like, Minnesota's going to get the top pick no matter what. It's like, what the fuck? How do you already know this?
Well, we know the Pistons never get it.
If the worst 3 teams have the same odds, why do they constantly say, well, it's going to be Minnesota?
Well, I mean...
Because they're just the worst team, I get it. But
yeah. But... they're just winning too many fucking games. I told you that was going to happen.
well, Killian's actually looking good.
Yeah, they actually... They got good.
Out there trying
And Frank Jackson needs to get fucking Nancy Kerrigan.
I'm dead.
Nancy Kerrigan, that motherfucker. Period. Just
Not Miss Kerrigan.
Hey, what you doing, dude?
No. I'm hurt. Not Nancy Kerrigan.
And Tanya Harding has a better career than Nancy Kerrigan now.
Yeah, what's it? I'm
True.
just saying.
Reality TV has been great to her.
How the fuck did that happen?
Reality TV. She willing to act a fool on TV.
Who?
Tanya Harding.
Tanya Harding.
The one with Nancy Kerrigan.
Yeah, well, it's because she's like born for TV, man.
She was on that show.
They used to play that drop.
Some true TV show where it was some true TV show, and they have like celebrities
comment on
on the crazy ass funny ass videos or whatever.
What was that called?
Yeah, she was always on that shit.
Yeah, I can't remember what the fuck it was called.
World's Stupidest. Or
World's Stupidest. That's what it was.
Her, Leaf Garrett.
Yeah, all the fucking dudes that you've never heard of before.
And the redhead partridge.
There's
boy.
a couple, like every so often you'll get like a dude I know who's underground. I'm like, I know that guy. He's good.
Why is he on this?
Well, because it's money. Simple. And
I mean,
Hollywood game, that's what you do.
This is true because the paycheck is above all.
I mean, even the rich one, even the fancy ones do it. Look at what they do in other countries. All those celebrities that won't do shit here, but will do shit fucking like, wasn't like Stallone like that? Do the fucking simplest, fucking stupidest, like jock itch thing in fucking Japan, but wouldn't do it here.
True.
Well,
I mean, you can embarrass yourself somewhere else.
Hold on. Oh, yeah. There's like a little condom in here for this little light bulb.
What?
So there's like a little condom in there for that little light bulb.
Yeah, to protect it. You put water, that's where the solution goes.
I gotta wait 24 hours.
To use it?
Yeah.
Okay. Got you in the butt. Anyways. So, yeah. Do you think Cade is actually, like, what if they got Cade? Would it actually make a difference? Would they have, obviously they're not competing within, but would they be out of the lottery?
For sure. For sure.
He's that good, you think?
I mean, when you don't necessarily need him to be that good. Like, look how many games they've already won and are continuing to win. If he even has just another 10 wins, just say, which it's not outside of the realm of possibilities to think that there may have been 10 games that having him could have influenced. They're in a completely different spot.
Yeah. I mean, you think Jeremy Grant's going to keep up the shit he's been doing this year?
I mean, he has incentive to. Like,
no, I meant just in general. Like, do you think he can?
Yes, I think he absolutely can. I think it's whether or not he wants to, because...
Why wasn't he so prolific? Why wasn't he so prolific in Denver? I wonder.
I mean, because Denver already has an established...
Oh.
Like, Denver is Jokic and Murray's. That's their team. So he's at best a third fiddle.
Third option, which is 10 points a game.
And he has the potential, I think, to be a number one option. I think there's just a few more pieces he could add to his game. I think he absolutely has the potential to be a number one guy or go-to guy.
Look at this little bitch.
Because as you can see, I mean, he definitely has no issue scoring.
A little psycho. Same toy every time. It's gotta be this toy.
Oh, well, tie her little ass out. She said. She said, "Child, I'ma run until I can't run no more. I'm gonna get a little water break, and then I'm back at."
Yeah, I know. It's like a goddamn fucking go-kart. What's up, Mr. Lantine? But yeah, I mean, so do you think anybody? So minus Kate, do you think anybody else in the draft is capable of helping them get to a level of the next step in growth? Because that next step is a number 2 guy, a legit number 2. I think Sadiq is a good 3. You know what I'm saying? With his point and everything, unless he does something special, which he could, but
maybe there is somebody else. You know, I won't doubt what you're saying, but I don't necessarily know who that person is. But I could agree with you. They definitely need a number 2, and then they also need some more discipline on defense.
Right.
Because part of their issue is you can't get them hoes to play defense for a full 4 quarters, and that's a problem.
That's just young, isn't it?
Do what?
That's just young, isn't it?
Part of it, but also part of it is motivation and willingness. You got to be motivated and willing to play defense. Like, playing defense is not easy.
Yeah, I know. That's why we've been playing.
Right? So you got to literally motivate yourself. I mean, you got to be motivated and and move to do it yourself. Because only you can make yourself better at it.
Ow! Fucking. Ow.
Look at your little ass.
So excited.
Well, she's being nippy. Come on.
I'm playing with a game.
So what did you think when you saw the Patriots farther down the line steal Mac Jones?
I don't.
So they swooped in and grabbed fucking.
I think they're desperate. And
one of
I
the
think
guys
they're
who
gonna,
could be one of the better quarterbacks in the draft.
I mean, he could be.
I'm not a big Mac Jones fan, but
the problem is everyone could be. And
I saw Patriots
99%
draft
of
him
them
though. I'm
don't.
like, great, the next Tom Brady. Like now,
I
he's
mean-
phenomenal.
I mean, Sam Darnold was a third top 3 pick.
This is true, and he
Sam
wasted
Darnold might
away.
be good this year. He might have found his home.
Well, we gonna
Let's
see.
see.
We gonna see because, baby, up until now, it's been looking real rough for the kid.
He does have some of the most interesting videos, like that mic'd up game when he said he was seeing ghosts. They're in the and someone says, "Look at me, man, look at me," and he looks up and he goes, "I'm seeing ghosts, man. There's 14 people out there."
I'm trying to tell you, yeah, that blew my mind. When he said that, I'm like, bro, don't admit that.
Like, holy shit, dude, you are scared shitless right
Right,
now.
little sis.
They're
He's trying to play with you.
Hey.
Him.
Growing up playing football, man, the quarterback, like, they do have to be a leader, a charismatic person. Like, a lot of times the quarterback's picked based on who he is to the rest of the people, not his skill when you're kids, you know?
Yeah, when you're that young, yeah, you need a
You'll be in
leadership
a huddle and
type.
you'll be losing it, and the quarterback grabs your fucking face mask and goes and screams the play.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't play football.
I mean, because I've quarterbacked for 2 seasons before, and I can assure you and I can attest it is not easy.
we were always trained, no one
Huddles
talks
are
in
the-
the fucking huddle but the quarterback.
Oh my God, that's the
So,
worst.
yeah,
That's the
quarterback
worst.
is the-
Especially when you got divas on your team. Every time you come back to the huddle, everybody, man, I was open on that play. Man, I was open. I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up.
The only person speaking is the quarterback because you might have to tell a couple people some shit, and there's not much time. We only want to be doing this for 10 seconds.
Man, that shit used to hurt me so motherfucking bad.
Yep.
Just arguing. I was wide open, bro. I was wide open. And every time I'm like, bro, if you shut the fuck up, I can call the next play. Please. I hate it. I mean,
Chuck me deep, dog.
being a quarterback is hard.
Be open next play, motherfucker.
I give more respect. I give more respect to him. It is definitely hard. It is not easy.
No. I mean, no.
You got to deal with all that and then turn around and fight. No, being a receiver is easy. I like that. All I got to do is run my route and catch the ball. That's it.
We didn't have a lot of kids on our team. I played O-line and D-line, both sides of the ball. And defense was always so much more, like, it was weird to me. Like, in offense, I felt like someone was telling me everything to do.
Yeah.
I had complete, shit was lined out for me. You just follow the rules and do this. But on defense, it was way more like...
More loose.
Yeah, like, we're going to go with the flow.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I played baseball.
But D-line, your job is just clog shit up and kill the guy with the ball.
Let's just run a lot and catch the ball.
Well, I mean, I love playing defense too. I'm not gonna hold you up. Like I've been playing safety the past couple years, but I play corner, I play linebacker. I mean, I can play anywhere on defense, to be honest.
I was always the kid that would stand next to coach if I wasn't in, and coach grabbed me once because we had 10 kids on the field and threw me on the field, and the kid we were missing was our safety, so they told me, as I got on the field, the other kids told me safety. In retrospect, I learned that you just go play your position. Like, I would just double up and nose guard, you know? Like,
right.
We're going to throw a wrench at it. But what happened was a guy got running back, play right up the middle, he got free, had a good block, and it's just me, and I'm the safety, and my dumbass runs right at him, like, shoulders down like I'm gonna fucking tackle his ass, and he like does barely the littlest sidestep and just touchdown city. And in the replay when we're watching film the next day or whatever, it looks so fucking retarded. Like I was a lineman trying to kill a running back in a hole, like,
I'm dead.
not a safety.
I'm dead.
Probably the easiest touchdown of that kid's life. Block, and then the safety's gonna put his head down and fall in front of him.
When I tell you,
so I got respect for safeties, man, and a lot of safeties are known for laying the fucking hit. So a hit in open field is a lot more takes.
That's
a lot
the hardest
more
part
skill.
about playing fucking flag football. That's the hardest part.
Hitting in the trenches, it's like you hit what's near you. So
It's so hard to pull up because
hit 'em.
when you crashing down on somebody that's running around, and you, especially when you see that they're actually about to catch the ball, and you know you want to stop them from catching it, it's so hard to pull up because I swear, sometimes I just want to fucking, oh my God, I be wanting to run people over. But obviously, that is illegal. Is that right?
No.
Oh, it's just windy.
Super windy. Crazy windy.
Are you guys still recording?
Yeah.
A lot of corners went in this draft.
Yeah, Fox, this video went on quite long, Dan. And Hazy said yes.
Too. She's gonna grab that cord and just start shaking her head vigorously.
Fox!
Oh, my fucking computer went out.
Oh, your computer died anyway.
She ever catches an animal.
Ain't it plugged up, Fox?
It's plugged up. It's just
old.
It's not even old.
Raggedy.